Adult School with Marco podcast, the trillest, realest school in America. And today is the post-Thanksgiving episode, the day after Thanksgiving. I'm recording right now. It's 9:50 in the morning, but I've been awake and I've been up since like 6:30. Just went to the gym, had a nice session. It's just important. And as I'm 32, I turned 32 November 19th. So, it's important to me that, like, since I turned a year older, it's kind of like a calendar reset. If you want to just look at it like, year. November 19th, 1990, I was born. November 19th, 2020, when I turned 30 years old, I hit like a switch. I hit like a gear. Like I hit like fifth gear. So I'm really big on just living in the moment, trying to take advantage of everything that you can the fastest amount of time that you can. I go back when I was in the Army, and a lot of the things that people would say, and it would be true, is, speaking to the soldiers, and we would be getting told, when we getting up in the morning for PT drills, all that, we would be getting told, you're doing more in these 2 hours. Some of you are doing more in the first 2 hours of the day than some people are doing with a whole day, with 4 hours, with 6, with 8. And when you start living that life, and, when you at that pace, and you just, like that, that's kind of like where I'm at right now. So, but I'm not a perfectionist. I'm enjoying the journey. So, some people just, hey, like I'm my own individual. So shout out to anybody that's rocking with me and this and that. It's all love across the board. It's no hatred. You know what I mean? Really trying to move within the spirit of God. I know I'll do things, and sometimes that's still, in my flesh, or, sometimes maybe not, the best case scenario, whatever, I'm human. God loves me. My parents love me. My daughter loves me. I'm blessed. So, we're going to play some music. And we're going to speak on a couple things leading on to December. But right now we're going to play some music. I'm a vibe. I got 2 backwoods rolled up. Shout out to Revolution. This podcast is also sponsored by Revolution. Beyond Hello. Right here we got this hybrid strain called Buttermilk Biscuits. This took second place this was a second place award winner in the Cannabis Cup in Illinois. Second place for medicinal flour. So buttermilk biscuits, so it's a cross between biscotti and pancake, little KD, little Trey 5, but yeah, man, I'm getting sponsors out the woodworks right now. I got sponsors by Beyond Hello. I'm working on more sponsors. So if you want to sponsor this podcast, if you want to get in touch with me, you can send me an email, adultschoolwithmarcopodcast@gmail.com. adultschoolwithmarcopodcast@gmail.com. If you want to support this podcast, or you want to support me, donations, anything, if you just want to send something, blessings and all that, send something to my Cash App, Marco Fultz Beats. That's MarcoFultzbeats. You'll see a profile picture of me on there on my Cash App, I believe. So yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna stream a little bit of the last album that I put out. The last album, and it's showing on YouTube, that I put this out 3 months ago. I planned on dropping a project. I wanted to do it around Halloween, but I just got pushed back, so that's fine. I highlight this last album though. If you're listening to this podcast right now, if you know me personally, my name is Marcus Allen Fultz. If you know me personally, if you know me as an athlete or as a rapper, you probably know me as Marco Fultz. Now, there's been a big gap in time between kind of just, I feel like when I was really active in the music scene, when I was booking shows, I was doing music videos, I was just engulfed in the whole craft of things. I think I went on a long run, and I think towards the end of 2014, I really slowed down and my momentum stopped and this and that. Some life things happened. So between 2014 and I would say 2016, I was super quiet with music. I almost didn't make any music at all. And when you're an artist and you're a recording artist, you're an independent artist, you know what I mean? You know how it is. And if you've been doing this for longer than 15 years, which I have, because I've been doing this since 2005, being a recording artist and just being able to adapt with like the new technology and generations. Like, I mean, really just, I come from that era where before all this new tech, before all this social media, before all this internet, I come from the era of, cassettes, record players, Walkmans, CD players, stereo players. You know what I mean? From all the way from there, and then when we started getting more digital, and it was DSPs, it was MP3s, iPods, all that, and then that. Now we're, and that was still like a handheld hardware device. Now we're in software, we're in digital streaming now. So I'm impressed, to say the most. the fact that how I've shown consistency and just, how my talent speaks out. And a lot of people feel a lot of ways too, especially from the outside looking in. Fans, critics, whatever. A lot of people have opinions now about everything. And, that's just the way the world is. The issue is, like, word of mouth is so relevant still. So, you could get two or three people saying, the wrong things. And then, you could see a snowball effect from that. And, people just buying into what they're saying and all this and that. As an artist and as a podcaster and there's all these things, I just want to always use my platform to reiterate things that, like, I believe in, but maybe somewhere along the line they kind of get lost or misconstrued. One of these things with the internet that I believe in is, like, the internet is accessible to anybody. But people begin to cling on analytics. And people think that makes them intelligent or that makes them smart just by, saying some things that they don't understand. What I'm saying, long story short, is don't fall in love with these numbers, because it's all statistics and none of it is real. None of it. And that's the issue too, though. Is nobody's, speaking on their platform to say, like, yo, yeah, no, or give a heads up, or just, or just, because it's the truth. Things that you may see on the internet may or may not be real. Numbers that you look at on the internet may or may not be real. But you have to understand what comes with, like, those people that are getting big numbers and bigger platforms and this and that. But it's like a road to get there. Some people, most of us just think like, oh, like, this person's just lucky, or this person's rich, or this person or some of us think that, like, whatever that we like or we see, or, the things that, like, push us or motivate us. Some people and some of us think like, oh, like, that's so great, but we can't get it. Like, I'm here to just be like, you know what? No, like, we can get it. We can manifest anything we want to. Adult School Marco podcast. Adult School. Like, I remember I was in my security work truck when I came up with the name of Adult School. And, adult, I'm an adult. School, even when you break down that word, like with school, if you know me, like, I was homeschooled for some time, and then, I went to junior high and high school and this and that. But the word school and what comes with school is so important. Knowledge is power. Shout out to you if you're in community college, if you're in a university, if you're at a trade school, if you're at boarding school, private school, whatever. Like, knowledge is power. Okay? The smarter we are and the better we operate, the more intelligently we operate, we will start to progress as an individual and as a society, is what I really believe. Because there's a phrase that say, if you knew better, you would do better. That's almost all the way true. But sometimes we know the right thing, but then we'll say, nah, I'm not gonna do that, we'll do this. Or sometimes we don't know the right thing and we just wing it and we figure it out, like, oh, it was the right thing, or maybe it was the wrong thing, but I got away with it, whatever. After I play a little music, I'm going to read a little portion of Proverbs. I think I'm going to include that in my podcast. Is just really mainly I want to focus on Proverbs right now, but I'm going to start incorporating the Word of God and the Bible into my podcast. And listen, disclaimer, okay? Because I smoke weed does not mean I'm going to hell, okay? And for those of you who already know that it's recreational, and for those that know that of mental illness awareness and this and that, and how that correlates to recreational and medical. Look, I don't even got to explain myself. I just want to put that disclaimer out there because I know people. That's why most of the time on most of my videos, I disable all the comments just because I don't want to see or hear a lot of that, chitter chatter or that chirping from the bleachers talk. I mean, because, really, people are just, if they're not for you, they're against you. And I'm learning that the more as I get older, because you either for me or you against me. Period. Like, there's no gray area, and that's go and it's like that with me and you and anyone else. I'm either for you or I'm against you. Like, so, but I want to elevate. I want to continue to push my brand, push my personal development and growth, because everything that I'm doing in the positive way is going to transfer over to my daughter at some point. Like, I build this brand up or whatever, you know what I mean? And I put some time in it and some money in it. Now I'm going to get this, I'm going to hand this over to my daughter. Or I'm going to include her in I'm going to put her in a business position with me so we could both make money. So, and I'm manifesting this stuff because a lot of people don't see the growth right now. Some people do. A lot of people don't. I see the vision. I see the vision. I know what I want from this podcast. I know where I want to take this podcast. Everything else that I don't know, God will reveal to me in due time. So, with that being said, let's play some music. You feel me? Like, post Thanksgiving. Like I said, I went to the gym, got a little gym workout in, which was huge. We all ate yesterday, so, it's important that you wake up. Like, you sleep good. First of all, let's speak on, before we get to the music, importance of sleep. The importance of adequate amount of sleep and good sleep. Like, talking about REM cycle sleep, undisturbed sleep. You want to be able to dream a few times. Like, you should be dreaming at least once or twice or 3 times every week. Sometimes you'll be asleep or whatever and you won't have a dream. That's all. But that's more so talking about REM cycle and just how deep your sleep is and all these other things. And also, it's just other things come into play too, like what we intake, you know what I mean, and this and that. I recommend anybody listen to this podcast, everybody should be on some sort of multivitamin, period. And one of the big reasons for that is because, America struggles with obesity, and the FDA, I don't trust the FDA. Like, I don't trust none of these huge, wealthy, some of these successful companies. Like, it's FDA regulated, approved. Like, you know what I mean? Like, get you a multivitamin. Do some research. I know there's dozens of great brands out there, but really, get on your nutrition. This is the biggest wave of my 30s I think I'm going to be on, is this nutrition. And I'm fortunate to have a little brother who's actually a skills coach and trainer. He's a physical specimen. Like, he's just, a lot of y'all know my brother Chris. Tap in with Chris Ingram, XPF, Extra Performance Fitness. If you in Shinoa, that gym that's in Shinoa Fitness, you want to go there. You want to look for Chris Ingram. Matter of fact, you want to go in that gym. You want to go to where you want to see his picture up there, look at him. Then you want to get one of his business cards. Trust me. And it's my little brother. So with all the bias and all the respect with that, like, he's the professional. He's the one, and he's the GOAT. So I'm not saying that because as a little bro, I'm for real. Like, for real. So, just speak to bro. And I got a lot of other family members right now, and people I consider close family, that they're dabbling in certain areas of business, and I'm gonna use my platform to magnify, what my peoples is doing, and I'm here to push it. So regardless, like, you look at the podcast, don't be hinged on the likes and the shares and all this other shit, because all of that shit can increase at any point in time, and there's certain methods and stuff like that. I'm just not overly concerned of that perception. We gonna grow this like a child. And it's it's like a year old, but look at a child from when they born, and then they get up to a year, and freeze time when they're a year, and just look at how much the child grew between 0 years and 1. That's like this with this podcast. Like, this podcast, like a year old. I could speak specifically on, just equipment, additions, and this and that, or podcast episodes or ideas, but I don't got to. It speak for itself. This is very therapeutic for me. Having a podcast almost takes place of me having a therapist. I'm talking to my microphone, and I could hear it back, and y'all could hear it back, and this and that, you know what I mean? And I've been recording for half of my life in some form or fashion, literally half of my life, more than half. So, and if I ever were to get in trouble for recording something, I'll stand on it. I'm a recording artist. I'm going to take 2 minutes to speak on. Actually, no, I don't want to take 2 minutes to speak on what I wanted to speak on, because I ain't got 2 minutes for it, and that's how I'm moving. I thought about this shit, and I was like, do I want it? Nah. And that's a gift even for me, just using more logic and not being as impulsive as I normally am, and just so gun-ho with shit, because if you know me, diagnosed bipolar type 2, whatever, this and that. But that could be wrong too. Like, that's the thing, like, we're all human. Just because you say something, I don't have to stamp it, regardless if it's the truth or not. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, I don't have to. Regardless if I do or not, if I choose to subscribe to what somebody says, it's my choice. And that's power. Even with that knowledge being power, I remembered, like, it's a choice. Like, the way I'm living my life is my choice. It's not just because I gotta take what the cards was given. And it ain't because it ain't no audibles, you know what I'm saying? I've been a player my whole life. We talking quarterback Monday morning talk. Now, this Monday morning, Marco. All the quarterbacks, if you're a quarterback, no matter what kind of level or what kind of, whatever. If you're a quarterback, let's talk quarterback shit. You get to the line, you call the play. You call the play. Before you see what's going on, boom, you in the huddle. You call the play. You got your team with you. You calling the play. This is how it's going to go down, okay? Green, X, left, 230, whatever. You know what I mean? Boom, get to the line. The quarterback got to observe the line. He got to make sure everything is intact. The quarterback got to make sure that my team know what we doing, but I also want to know what y'all team doing. So the quarterback is, boom, now we reading the defense. We scanning, you know what I mean? We at the line. We see, this defense is showing blitz. The linebackers are showing blitz. This linebacker's not in the gap that I thought he was going to be. The secondary is mixed matching the coverage. Woo. It's the play clock coming down. It's the momentum of the game. It's fourth down. The lights. The fucking crowd. You quarterbacking. Everything going around you in that moment, you the quarterback. Take a deep breath. You've been here before. I don't care if you ain't never been to the playoffs, this your first time. No, you been here before, son. You been here before. That pressure, that big moment, you thrive in those moments. When do you recall a moment where all the chips was on the line and you didn't want to be there? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm serving. You know what I mean? Like, I'm using my podcast to do this. Reach one, teach one. I'm going to speak on my testimonies. I'm going to give some game. Shout out Wallow and Gilly, you know what I mean? $1 million worth of game. I'm probably giving a few racks worth of game, and we going to get it to 1 million, you know what I'm saying? So, if you listen to this podcast and you just turn and look at your neighbor and just tell them that you love them. Just do that. And just start doing positive things and positive affirmations and just to see where it goes from there. Because you deserve that for yourself. You owe that to yourself. Because all of us are going through pain. It don't matter. It's not a contest neither. Who's got most and this and that. We all going through pain. So let's push. Let's turn that pain into power. Let's turn that pain into profit. Let's turn that pain into progress. I was painful. Now I'm a prophet. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all don't understand. Y'all just need to get some understanding. Knowledge is power. Adult School and Marco podcast, the trillest, realest school in America. And today, we're going to play some music. I'm going to get into it because I know I've been talking. We going to stream the beginning of Long Live FBG Duck, my album under Chief Mulatto Poppy, ChiefMalotToPapi. Long Live FBG Duck. Listen. This album that I'm finna stream I'm just running from 0 to whenever I decide to stop. A lot of people is already thinking like, oh, like what? Why would he? Long live FBG Duck. Why? I've heard all that. I've thought all of that. I made my decision. So if anyone, I'm just prefacing this is a disclaimer. If anyone is upset at me for mentioning his name or speaking on him, then if you mad at that, and if that's the first thing you saw, then run me back. Run a couple of my podcasts back. Run a lot of the shit back when I've been speaking on Duck. Carlton Weekly. And what I've been speaking on him, and because, like I say it again, he's my favorite recording artist. It is so sad that he's not here still, and it's sad that these fallen rappers, is sad that they not here, man. Because regardless what they did and the sins and all that, whatever, the good, the bad that they did in their personal life, that's between them and God. It's easy, yeah. It's easy. All this media makes it so easy for us to just have the gavel in our hand and judge you, condemn you. Oh, you're a bad person. Boom. But what I got from this man, like what I took, not only because game recognized game. Like, I see the talent. I seen he was a leader. I seen he with that shit. I seen a lot that gravitated me to him. But when I got deeper and dug deeper and listened to a lot of people just got that. A lot of people just got him messed up. I ain't finna speak on because a lot of people like, oh, stop talking about it. But a lot of people and a lot of younger people than me are gonna question why. Like, well, why do I speak about Duck a lot? Like why? You know what I mean? And then why? Like, are you And then they have other questions that like, oh, well, what's the similarities? Whatever. I'm speaking on Carlton Weekly as a recording artist and his talent, but also and Duck is like a person like how I feel I am, is like you gonna love him or hate him. There's really no middle ground for that. I ain't even gotta play the drill records. We could play. I got Duck got records that ain't drill, that hit so hard that people just either sleep on or they don't want to give it credit or they ain't talking about it a lot. Go back, listen to Duck. Listen to his storytelling ability. Go listen to OK. Go listen to Soul Burn. Go listen to Chicago Legends. Like, You know what I mean? Go listen to Why. Like, there's several, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like to turn up shit. And I like making turn up music, but like when it's time, like, okay, like, oh, I'm gonna pop my shit. Like, yeah, it's a couple of people like I know, like when they on that, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna pop my shit. I want to hear what they talking about. And Duck, man, he got his life taken away from him at 25, 26. Like, dog, so young. I remember when I was that age, and it's crazy. Now I'm 32, and folk died when he was 25, 26. I ain't never knew I was older than him, which tripped me out. Like, I'm years older than this man. You know, he bigger than me, you know, stronger than me, all that. But I'm older. That's wild, ain't it? Like, how can I be, you know, like, that's crazy, ain't it? Like, just how that, even how life goes, and just like, oh, I could be smaller than somebody, but I could still be older than them. So, you know, that, even looking at that bar graph and just, you know, and not to say like, because it's not like a competition thing. It's just about being aware of, you know, say for example, like, you know, like in sports, like, you know, say somebody faster than me, but I'm stronger than them. You know, a pro and a con. You know, balances. Personal development. You know, if I'm that serious about wanting to be better, yeah, you know, and if you faster than me, then I'm gonna go work. I'm gonna go to the drawing board. I'm gonna get on that field, get on that track. I'm gonna get in the gym. I'm gonna figure out, okay, how can I get faster? Like, I want that for myself, and like, you know, it's, you know, I'm rapping. Being a rapper is an endangered species. I mean, this shit different now. Like, motherfuckers don't really thirst for that real life content. I don't know if it's like a lot of people don't, or if it's like maybe the area I'm in. I don't know. Maybe my shit just don't hit the way I think it do. I don't know. But it's like, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing. I'm not going to stop. I'm only going to better myself. And I'm going to just keep pushing forward with my goals in mind. And I'll manifest, like I said, I want to create a brand that I could include my daughter with. I want to say include versus just give her to, because it's still my job. And as a parent, I want to make sure that I got to teach my child some things. And I got to be a teacher. I got to be a parent. I got to be a friend. I got to be a role model. I got to be all these things. But I'm going to be all of that. As long as God let me keep breathing, I'm going to be all of that. So let's play this music, man. I know I'm tripping. I'm talking a lot, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, okay. Long live FBG Duck, the album. Go stream it right now on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, whatever your platform is, under Chief Mulatto Poppy. Long live FBG Duck. This was like a whole concept album. Like, you know, I got a song called Young Dolph on here. That was inspired by him. I got a super good song called Heartache, a super Gremlin freestyle, Blumhouse, Meek Mill, Rick Ross, Jeezy, Yeezy, 8 little track EP. So we just gonna play a couple of these songs. I'm gonna smoke and just get in the vibe. And this is one of my albums, and you know, I might come on a podcast. I might just stream my album and talk and just smoke whatever. You know, but the days of me smoking on camera things are gonna change. I don't want to just say like, oh, shit's gonna stop, and then the next episode you see me smoking and be like, oh, that motherfucker lying. Like, nah, G. I like to smoke weed. Like, let's just address elephants in the room, because I like doing that shit. I like weed. Weed's been a consistent thing for my life since I was probably 17, 18. Like the effects. I've had good weed. I've had bad weed. I've had a lot of weed. I've had a little weed. Like, but at the end of the day, like, fuck, like, don't be so hung up on my life and what I want to do. Like, focus on, like, your personal development and growth. Because I'm focused on mine, and I'm knowing, like, okay, like, yeah, you know, now I'm more trying to get into my fitness bag, and I'm like, yeah, I should cut out smoking. All right, well, we'll work on that. Rome wasn't built in a day. And a lot of you fools, you know, when y'all in y'all judging bag, it's like y'all perfect. You know what I'm saying? So, man. Anyway, though, shoot. I know I've been out here jabber-jabbering a lot. Let's play some music. Adult School and Marco podcast. The trillest, realest school in America.
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
And today. Oh, real quick before I even get into the music. Shout out Sharp. No Jumper. The sharpest, coolest podcast in the world. I this morning, little motivation. I had watched his video, his reaction video to what happened on No Jumper between Almighty and between full name what's his name? Damn it. Kelpie. Yeah. Little Kelpie. Shout out Soft White Underbelly. If you don't know, find out. But anyway, long story short, like, dude, Kelpie, this was his second time back on that platform, and it was a little different. But basically, he found himself in a situation he didn't want to be in. So I'll just say that. I ain't gonna spoil it. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go YouTube, type in No Jumper, Lil Kelpie fight, whatever. Long story short is, for all you youngins, and I'm an OG when it comes to this internet bullshit. All you youngins that's like, young, you know what I mean? And not even just putting age to young, just, mentally too. If y'all young, stop. Stop what you're doing altogether and think about it. Because, like this Kelpie dude, hey, he, like I said, I watched the video to see what really happened, and there's more backstory to it. But I looked at that situation, and I just, man, as a rapper, as an entertainer, as a comedian, as whatever you think I am, it's one of them things. I watched the video. It's like, sorry, not sorry type of thing. It's like you kind of feel bad at what happened to little Kelpie, but then at the same time, you like, oh, well, he brought that shit on himself for real. Know how to move. Like, understand, like, how you should be moving, dog. Like, for real. And, locations and areas do matter. Know where you're at. Know yourself. Don't worry about knowing someone else yet until you know yourself. Like, if you know you one of them, like, you will get on that, that's good to know. It's really bad to think that you're that, but you don't know it, because you find out the hard way. Oh, shit, I ain't that. Motherfucker, yeah, I'm talking that big shit, but then, yeah, I ain't really. That shit catches up. Karma is real. Kelpie, if you listen to this podcast, like, dog, and I'm speaking to you not on I'm not on no bully shit, I'm not on no fuckboy shit, whatever. I'm just like, bro, you obviously got talent, you're intelligent, you know what I'm saying? But this the thing, this is where I feel like, you're a good example. It's just like, we need to fall back. Like, like this internet shit, it be toxic for some motherfuckers, and certain motherfuckers can't handle it. And just certain motherfuckers ain't never got attention before in their life. So when they do something for attention, they don't even understand the response. They just think that it's good, so that's going to want to motivate them to keep doing it. Like, nah, knowledge is power. Know why you're doing what you're doing. Go watch that video, man, and then go watch Sharp reaction video to it, because I fucking with Sharp what he said, and it's real talk. And more younger people need to have OGs in their ear like that, because you say what you want about Sharp. And guess what? All you gonna be doing is just saying what you want to say about Sharp. That's not gonna change shit. Shout out to Sharp, man. Like, for real. Like, I hope sometime we could do an interview, link up, just chop game, all that shit. And, like, you know what I'm saying? Things like that, situations and people like that remind me, like, how important it is to be myself, and not how important it is for me not to be what someone else thinks of me or what someone else wants me to be. Like, I'm me. You gotta take it and run with it, or you can't look at me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, positive blessings across the world. Let's get into this long Live FBG Duck album. This track's called Thinking About My Granddad. Let's go. The art of creating hip-hop is so beautiful to me. Let me give you a window into my mind. I can actually imagine my grandfather actively, passionately bragging to my father about his granddaughter. The rest of these lyrics I utter will transport all of my goods. This is lyrical vehicular manslaughter. If I run over the beat in the whip, I better park it. I better glorify God, cause I won against the odds even when it was hard. Living for the day, hoping for a better tomorrow. I had some time to myself, figure I'd write a letter to y'all. Corporations have infatuations with me, I'm the greatest, but I'm underpaid and impatient. So I turn my camera on record, then I say a prayer to the Lord. Then I create a utopia fantasy of me having a family. I know I say that candidly. I pray I get introduced to a more sophisticated section of women. But God knows I got a thing for the ghetto queens, doing ghetto things, cause I was a ghetto boy that had ghetto dreams. Young MC, I picked up a microphone when I was 13. I smile looking at my daughter when she sing. She the movie star of my life, so I'm already on the big screen.
On the beat.
That's that Thinking About My Granddad. Shout out Carl Raby. Shout out William Robert Fultz. My granddaddies, man. This that let the sunlight come in music. You feel me? This that clean up, do the dishes music. This that vacuum the carpet, flow rug music. This that I just got the shower out the gym music. This that when you from Tennessee and you say music. Music, music. Music. Oh. This that when you got weed falling out the backwood music. But you ain't tripping though.
This holiday season, while the Guardians protect the galaxy, Vivid protects your porch.
Camera record.
I'm putting real diamonds on my neck, nigga. I'm blessed, I'm God's son. You hear me? Hey, what I say? Hey, my daughter gonna love this shit here, nigga. I just bought a new iPhone SE3. I gotta choose between the GT or the SRT. Feel like young Dolph, big Gucci, great T-Block, PRE. $1 million car, $1 million wrist, $1 million worth of game came with $1 million bitch. Big lemonade, watch face with the blue ice cubes. Shout out Riff Raff. Trap nigga selling 20 birds. Sylvester the cat. If I go Looney Tunes on your pussy. Mulatto. Dunkin' Donuts, American run on me. I'm a MC. My hand with her bun beaters, rap lifestyle, get wicked. God anointed.
joint, my spirit.
Uh-huh.
I put 15s in that Holy Ghost God body. Yeah, they hear him. Yeah, I gotta stay fly.
Yeah, ho.
Until I die.
Yeah, ho.
Credit card, change my life. I'ma get my daughter right.
Shut the fuck up.
I being co-parented. I'm glad Amber not on that Karen shit.
Ooh.
Thankful for therapy, 'cause it's therapeutic.
Ooh. Ooh.
Bitch, I'm married to it.
Ooh. Ooh.
I feel like Hank right now. Just put some bands up in the club, take all the ones at the bank right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm a vlogger, podcaster, a blogger. Already played in the streets.
Marcus Fultz did it.
Love me for real, they love how I talk it. Brick squad, 10-7-2, big star.
Hey, Marco Fultz did it. Marcus Fultz did it.
On a stage when I'm performing,
Huh.
I'm scoring Michael Jordan, all my diamonds glowing. Used to pull up, right now I'm not pulling. Can't fall asleep, getting money, I'm not snoring.
Love that sample, man. Oh, I love that fucking sample. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to Band Lab, G. I've been an engineer for over a year, dog. Look at everything on my YouTube channel, the one I got now, G. I recorded all that.
Certified.
This my shit. Well, I get to crying. This shit come on, G. This shit hit different. You gotta sit down and put the headphones in or something. You gotta just go get along real quick and just play this shit, G. Little mini desk. Look. Too many of my niggas dying. Young nigga. I don't wanna die.
I pray the Lord protect me.
In real life. And in my daughter's eyes.
Real street nigga.
I know about being traumatized.
I fuck around and roll me an eighth in the wood.
And I face that bitch.
These hoes don't work for no bank.
Why would I chase that bitch? Little bitty bitch.
Bad as fuck. And I wanna fuck. If I step to her like that, she might let me fuck. Only if she not looking for love.
I'm not disrespectful. I don't believe in love. No,
My heart got beat up.
I fought too much. Thinking about young and
Cash, pray for young and Dutch.
hold on.
For love, I'm not disrespectful. I don't believe in love. No, my heart got beat up. I fought too much. Thinking about ducking cash, pray for young and Dutch. She not looking for love.
Anybody think that I'm clout chasing? Fuck you.
Bad as fuck. And I wanna fuck.
Anybody think that I'm, out of line? Fuck you. These motherfuckers lost their lives.
She not looking for love.
And I was influenced by these real life rap rock stars. Like these motherfuckers that was in the community with artists, whatever, the Wolf and shit, all that shit. It's motherfuckers on both sides that I miss. But this shit gotta stop. Put the guns down. Y'all seen what J-Mane doing? You see he came and said that he not really signed by OTF, but he trying to push that, promote the peace shit. And I gotta salute, you gotta salute J-Mane on that shit. He ain't no goofy. J-Mane is not no goofy. Growth and development, man. Come on. Get off this gangbanging shit. Like, nigga, do something else, G. Stop killing niggas. How dare a motherfucker anybody think that they could do that shit around me or to me? I'm pray for you, G. Like, that shit foul. My daughter need me around, and most people need me around this bitch breathing. Don't live FBG duck. Chris, I don't want no auto-tune. Fuck all that shit. That's how they want me to come. It's funny how all that shit still like coincidence. Like he used to say that shit, I can say that. True honesty, real life shit though. Like this shit.
I don't believe in love. No, my heart got beat up. I fought too much. Thinking about ducking cash, pray for young and Dutch. She not looking for love.
I'm not disrespectful.
I don't believe in love. No, my heart got beat up.
I fought too much. Thinking about ducking cash. Pray for Young and Dutchy.
My head
Fucked up
I wanna get back
on
on
that.
double cup.
At least.
I'm not talking lip, I'm talking about double cup.
Don't do it.
My dick was in the dirt, I got it out the mud. You niggas be capping with that fake love. My real homie OD from fake drugs.
Facts.
I had to give his mama a fake hug.
Facts.
Sometimes I scream to God, what the fuck? You better not take my mama from me. You better not take my daddy from me. God, please don't take my family from me. Doing that to take my sanity from me.
Y'all don't fucking hear me. Adult School Marco Podcast, the trillest, realest school in America. Motherfucker put a lot into this shit. Motherfucker wouldn't even know the half because they can't do the math. You hear me? Yeah. Motherfuckers wouldn't even know the half because they can't even do the math. That's number 1 and 2. That's like though, like, you know, shout out Band Lab G. I'm doing everything off of my phone, and ain't no shame in my game. And that's the trill shit is wait until I get better. Wait until I hit that real upgrade. I'm building my podcast studio right now. Wait until my baby only a year old, and my real baby 3. And they both growing beautifully. You hear me?
Street nigga, Google know my government. Why I treat my pen and my notepad like my covenant. Fuck niggas, trauma put me in my mode. Really, I can't trust niggas. I ask God to give me patience. Whole time I wanna up on niggas. Racist old white man, that's in every job. True story, crackers hate seeing a young nigga go hard. Rap culture promoting violence, being a smart mouth, leave you looking like a dumbass. Pistols get the firing.
Talk that shit. Huh? Huh? Yeah, yeah. We could. We should.
Street nigga, this bitch fucking on me, all up in her feelings. Whole time she got a nigga. I can't trust none of these hoes like I trust my pistol. I come from the block, growing up, mama worked 2 jobs. I ain't trying to hear it's too hard. When I was young, I was a demon trap nigga, but I'm the preacher at my daughter's school. Now I'm fucking on her teacher.
No cap.
I talk to my brother the same way I talk to Jesus.
No cap.
These young niggas love how I speak. Young nigga call me the chief. Chief.
Huh?
And watch your tone before you speak, nigga. Fuck social media, I ain't got a tweet, nigga. Really wanna get up with me, nigga? I'ma tweet with you. Fuck, nigga. Pussy, nigga.
And this is my best form of therapy. Trust me and believe me when I tell you I'm peaceful and I don't mean no harm with nobody. And I wish everybody love and patience. You hear me? This is the platform, this is the area where I tend to let my aggression and talents kind of come together and see what happens. But you know, I mean no harm, I promise I love everybody. I just want the same in return. You feel me? It's all love. Love me back and I love you more, you hear me? Yeah. There's some more cuts on that album, but we just gonna freeze that right there. If you want to hear more, you can go listen to it. Long Live FBG, Duck the Album, Chief Mulatto Poppy, YouTube, subscribe, all that shit. Yeah, that shit feel good, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Oh yeah, I did a little off the wall freestyle Shit, we could play that. Marcus Fultz did it. That's on my YouTube channel as well. Adult School Marco Podcast YouTube channel. I'm at 63 subscribers right now. I got 211 videos uploaded, so, you know, it's only up from here. Shout out Jeezy. 42 Doug. Put the minks down. Shout out Power Director. All that shit. Marcus Fultz did it. Let's go.
Trap nigga with the leg rig. I just made a whole 10 out of Tennessee. And I just said a whole prayer from the enemy. And I'ma turn up on these niggas like amphetamine. You know I'm fresh and clean, nigga, like some Listerine. You know I stretch shit out like a limousine. You know, nigga, pizza gotta be supreme. You know a nigga eat it, she gotta eat the team. You know, real talk. Monopoly, nigga bought a boardwalk. Fuck nigga, small talk. Backwood of that big dog. You a bitch, I'm a big dog. When I shit, it's a big log. Fuck. Y'all niggas know what's up. Heard what Doug said, if it's up and stuck, I can't love a slut. I just nut in her butt. If she lucky, I come on the tongue. One and done shit, bitch, a one and one. Hey. Fuck, nigga, I'm just having fun. Smoke so much, you need another lung. Put some honey on it. I'm the man, I'll put some money on it. I was selling white boy, beating money on me. I was selling white boy, beating money on me.
I'm the coldest nigga ever. 2022, I gave a fucking V Money shout out, G. I'm that nigga.
I'm gonna top out at you. Shit.
How I mango shouted but my vodka cranberry. Murder she wrote on that dick Angela Lansbury. I think that I'm Derrick Henry. She say that she love me, but this ain't February. I'ma top out at 250. I won't crash out. I've been jugging on Cash App and PayPal. Trap nigga, got a 401k. Reloaded like I'm Scarface. That bass just hitting that joint, boy, don't it?
Adult School with Marco Podcast. The trillest, realest school in America and today.
Lodi, what up? Your bros going crazy?
I use marijuana excessively since I was 17.
I would say I started at a low frequency in the beginning and it grew after
Time after time.
During this time I used weed, I was on different medications for neurology.
Sleep and pain preferences.
Weed gave me experience
And an escape from reality.
About a year ago into my weed addiction, I became more aggressive and curious about weed. How much can I buy? How much can I smoke?
How much could I get high?
Being a recording artist, weed became a part of my lifestyle. I never tried to control, cut back, or quit using. I would use it right now. I would choose to indulge. I would never view getting high as a problem.
Chief Lotto, Poppy.
I ain't noticed since I played football, ran track from junior high to high school. I had a passion for sports activity. My junior year in high school, I was faced with choosing between being an athlete and being high. Because I was already known locally as a rapper, not believing enough in myself to take the next step, the next chapter in sports. I chose to get high.
Go off.
That had effects on my physical health. I would use weed to cope with any problem. I wanted to numb my emotions. I liked the feeling of being high. I was able to function while I was high. I began to feel my self-esteem would drop when I wasn't high if I cared at the time.
Which I didn't.
I could tell people noticed I was going through something, but nobody
Knew what it was.
By the time I was 25,
I was putting weed in my budget.
weed was my priority.
Number one,
I found out that was not a healthy way to live.
I'm done. That little part, that little 2 bars or whatever, that was me too. Yeah. With my vocals with auto-tune, like on some harmony shit. Yeah. That's a small flex, cause that was cool as fuck when I did it. I love it. And I always do that for the rappers, for the real spitters. I always just leave the beat like for bars, cause I love like, you know, I came up off the days listening to like, you know, J Dilla mixtapes and all that shit, Talib Kweli beat mixtapes, Most Def beat mixtapes. So
Hey, yo. Professional backwood roller. Let me vent. Happy birthday, Marcus. 32 candles. Let's make a movie. 32 cameras. Staying out of prison, raising our children. Staying alive. That is the mission. Life is not free. You gotta pay attention. Adults go with me or you ain't attention. God bless me, God be my witness. If this my destiny, I'm gonna fulfill it.
yeah, man. Smooth player type of vibe. Sports. Thanksgiving football. Man, let me actually, because I fell asleep during that Minnesota game. Who won that game? There's been a lot of good football lately. The Vikings ended up winning that Patriots-Vikings game. That game was a great Thanksgiving game. High-scoring game. Both offenses. Saw a lot of great things out of Patriots and out of Mac. That first drive that they came out and scored. And just to follow the rest of the game, high offensive velocity, efficiency. Coach Bill Belichick is probably the greatest NFL coach of all time. And I say probably trying to, just incorporate other coaches, respectfully. But I mean, you talk about even after Brady, he's still, he's still a hell of a coach. But Minnesota came out that win. That receiver, Jefferson, is insane. Like, in the catches he makes, and right now, he's just on an insane stretch of games. Right now, I would say he's probably the best receiver in the league right now. Subject to change, but my opinion though, right now, yeah, he's you should just look at that. See some of the highlights from him. He had, let's see. He threw a pass for 11 yards, too. A little trick play earlier in the first half, too. That game was for a completion. But he had 9 receptions for 139 reception yards, and he had a touchdown. Man, though, he was making some incredible plays. And to have 9 catches, he was definitely making his impact in the game felt the whole game. You gotta give it up for them. Let me see. Let's read some more stats. 33-26 was the final. Minnesota beat the Patriots. Cowboys and the Giants. Ooh, Giants came back and really made it close, but the Cowboys eked it out 28-20. Cowboys over the Giants. And we're about midway half the season right now, Thanksgiving. So we're more than half. We're week 11 to 18. Week 12 to 18. Titans and Packers. Titans won 27-17. Yeah, I remember watching that game. Titans are so just a great football team, really, right now. And the whole coaching staff, that whole franchise right now is really coming alive. Falcons beat the Bears. Falcons 27, the Bears 24. I shit on the Bears all the time. I'm going to give them a pass this week. Eagles and the Colts. 17-16. Philly 17. Colts 16. They're really a good team right now. Their quarterback for Philly right now is really on a good run. They're 9-1 right now. Yeah, Jalen Hurts, really efficient game. 18 for 25 for 190 yards with a touchdown. 16 carries for 86 yards with a touchdown rushing. So, yeah, that's scary. Definitely in this cold weather, too. When you got somebody that can break loose like that. Yeah, to the house. Commanders against the Texans. Commanders won 23, the Texans 10. Both of those teams right now have a lot of identity missing. We remember the Texans being an expansion team, the newest team to join the NFL, but and the Commanders used to be the Redskins. So now, they go by the Commanders, which I'm not a fan of that name, but it is what it is. Watch the Commanders. They beat the Texans 23-10. The Rams lost to the Saints 27-20. The Rams really are not the same team that they were last year. So you have that in sports where a team can win the championship and then the next year, they're not as good, or they just fall apart almost. It's funny how often that happens. Browns 23, the Bills 31. The Bills are my favorite team to watch, especially in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. Like with Josh Allen, if you give him 20 seconds on the clock, oh man, that's the thing I love about these style of quarterbacks nowadays is like their management of the game in the last 2 minutes. In the last minute, in the last 30 seconds, like some of these games, all these games come down to like the last 10 seconds, somebody's scoring, to win the game or it's so exciting. I love it. Ravens, we beat the Panthers 13-3. The Ravens right now. We lost a really great receiver for the year. That happened early, but outside of that, as far as I know, we're pretty healthy as far as our star players right now. But Lamar, he played threw for 209 yards, which is subpar. 24 for 33, no touchdowns and an interception. That's bad. But he makes up for rushing the ball, 11 carries for 31 yards for a touchdown. That touchdown is just kind of offsets that interception. So most cases he's throwing for a touchdown. I haven't seen too many Lamar Jackson games where he's not throwing any touchdowns, but he scored nevertheless. We're looking good in the division right now, but it's still early. It's still, and a lot of teams could still cough it up and play themselves out of position. So, that's that for football. Basketball, Lakers are 5-10 right now. Like, it's to not be at 500 and to be 5 games below 500 right now. It's emergency mode right now. Like they have to, but then like they don't have enough. Honestly, their roster just does not look good at all. And I hate to be critical of Westbrook because I love him as a player. He's been on a decline these last couple of seasons, and it's very odd looking at Westbrook. Having those years of just being a triple-double king, and just to see him having the numbers he's having now, I wonder, because also probably contributes to it too though, because he's been traded a bunch of times, he's been moved around. The Wizards, then Houston, he's in LA now, so it's. He's definitely not been the same player he was in Oakland. Not Oakland, I'm sorry, Oklahoma. OKC, I'm sorry, Oakland. But yeah, no, he hasn't been the same player since OKC. So I wonder, because now you got to look at him now and his durability, his everything just being older and taking all those extra hits. In his style of game right now, I wonder, is there still even a chance for some? Can there be any adjustments be made to where he could perform like the player he was performing at OKC? Because, and I would say probably no when you're playing on the same team with LeBron, probably. Because, he was still able to do a lot with KD and even after him, but. Russ playing is probably like at that level. He's probably like the primary, the go-to, scorer, which he's not gonna be in Los Angeles. So, and then you got to look at the durability of Anthony Davis because he's a great talent, but he's injury prone. But at the same time, like certain things are kind of unavoidable, especially being at his height, being a professional and this and that. And, these guys aren't young anymore. And the Lakers they got LeBron. He's coming back off an injury. But how much longer is LeBron going to play? How bad does he want another ring? So forth. You know what I mean? And especially right now, there's so many good teams. Like the Warriors are still the best basketball team in the league, period. But I really like the Bucks. I really like the Grizzlies. There's a lot of teams where if it's close, it's a nail biter. You know, I like the Mavericks. The Clippers never really got the chance to be the Clippers like how they anticipated. So and then Philly and Boston do have good games. I'm just not big fans of them. Not to take nothing away from them though, because they both have good players on both sides. It's just championship time. I don't think they're contending. Who else do I like watching? Portland, Denver, teams like that, like, and even the Suns. I think those teams are gonna start declining. They're gonna start having to rebuild and break down because they just don't have that certain pizzazz that they used to have. The Jazz are a fun team to watch. The Hawks, depending on how they play, they're nice. I'm trying to think of two more teams. I'm not gonna say the Spurs. I'm not gonna say the Bulls. I'm not gonna say the Hornets. Not the Kings, Knicks. I feel like there's two teams I want to say. I'm just not thinking of them right now. Oh well, too backwoods. But yeah, I'm anticipating the Warriors to win a championship. So that's my pick. I don't know who's gonna get there in the East. Probably gonna be Milwaukee. Honestly, I don't see nobody in the East knocking them down. Giannis is probably the best player in the league right now after LeBron retires. The Nets aren't going to get there. Too much drama, not enough consistency, not enough chemistry, too much in the locker room. KD's not enough. So the Nets, I'm still surprised KD's still there. I know he wanted to trade, and then they declined it, so... Yeah, I wasn't going to say the Pistons. I just can't think of those two teams, though. I want to say, who am I missing? Anyway. Yeah, the NBA is exciting, though. That's pretty much it for sports. What's currently going on right now? It's November 25th, so right now is only sports really going on that I'm following is basketball and football. I spoke on the Astros won the World Series. Congrats again to Dusty Baker. He really deserves it. Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva. Jake Paul won. Next Saturday, no. Yeah, no. Is it this Saturday or next Saturday? Is it tomorrow? Let me check it. WWE's next pay-per-view event, Survivor Series. Google, when is it? It's so convenient we live in a world where we can Google anything. Yeah, so it's tomorrow actually. Okay, Survivor Series is tomorrow. So my next podcast, I'll probably be coming back with some coverage about that. But yeah. Other than that, that's about a wrap in on sports. That's about a wrap for today's podcast. We're gonna end by reading a word out of Proverbs. The Nelson Study Bible. Nelson's Complete Study System. NKJV. Nelson, okay, yeah. King James Version. Alright. I'm going to read Proverbs 1, verse 1. I'm going to start from Proverbs 1, verse 1. It says, the beginning of knowledge. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity, to give prudence to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. I'm going to stop right there. That was Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 through 7. So we're going to stop right there. And we'll probably make that a thing on the pod, just, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, reading from Proverbs. You know, we'll do that like on our outros, kind of moving forward. So hold me to it. So we out of here, man. Adult School Marco Podcast. It's been another great episode. I hope everybody had a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody got good plates to eat. And, you know, definitely shouts out to all the leftover plates. You already know what time it is. So, yeah, everybody have a blessed, happy Thanksgiving. Christmas is always next, and it's up next. So, you know, we'll probably make the little podcast probably a little Christmassy, probably get some, maybe get some little Christmas lights in the background, do a little something, you know what I'm saying? So that'll be dope. That'll be cool. All right, we're going to wrap it up with Old School Marco Podcast, the trillest real school in America. Peace.